News Talk Radio 710 KNUS introduces the Private Label University, the only show that dares to unlock the secrets to your online selling success so you can start making money and living your dreams.
I wanna be a billionaire so freaking bad.
With over 35 years of sourcing, private labeling, and importing products for the big chain stores and coaching thousands of entrepreneurs, all while building their personal businesses. Let's welcome our Private Label University hosts, the fabulous, lovable, and cutest dynamic duo, Karen and Neil Gwartzman.
So welcome to the Private Label University on 710 KNUS. We are your hosts, Karen and Neil Gwartzman. This is where we unlock the secrets each week to your online selling success. Visit us over at www.privatelabeluniversity.com, where we offer a ton of free content and where you will find our 8-week Import Success Formula program. The formula to sourcing and importing products so you too can start selling products online or on Amazon and start making the money that everyone's talking about. And while you're over there on our website, leave us a message or a question and we'll answer it on the show. So we love to start off each show with an Amazon find. We've helped so many entrepreneurs source and import products so they can sell them on Amazon. So Neil, what amazing find did you find this week?
Well, this week I actually found a product that was made right here in Colorado, and that's always a great thing. It's called Pine Right All Natural Soap, and it's made from the dead pine trees in the hills and I guess forests of Colorado, and they've turned it into this powdered soap, much like the old-fashioned soap that you'd see in the 50s, if you remember that, Karen.
I don't, but apparently you do.
But it's a great all-natural soap, and it just, you put a small amount in your hand. It also has that...
Exfoliate.
Yeah, it has a feeling of...
It exfoliates your skin. That's what I love about it.
Right, and the nice thing is after it actually leaves a nice silky finish.
Mm-hmm.
It smells very natural. It has a nice scent to it, and it really works. I was working on my car, and I got a lot of grease in my fingers. I kind of had those mechanic's hands, and I used this. I put a pinch in. I read the directions. I washed it in, and the great thing is it's actually safe for the environment. So washing down the drains or into the, any of the plumbing into our environment, it's safe. And it's funny because I actually spilt some on the ground, and I had some grease spills, so I decided to kind of scrub it in. And it actually removed a lot of the stains on the garage floor. So it was great.
Thank you for cleaning the garage floor.
And the nice thing is, even for campers, I think this is great because they say it's so environmentally friendly that if you go camping and you don't have any soap or, you want to scrub down, you can go to the river or the lake or the pond and wash it, and it's 100% safe for any of the organisms or other animals that live in the water. And I think it's a great find. So it's called Pine Right All Natural Soap. Again, made in Colorado.
And where can our listeners find this?
Well, the great thing is, of course, you can go to Amazon, and you can order it on Amazon. It was $7.99. It actually came, again, delivered in 2 days, prime delivery, and it really works. It was a great product. So,
and it's a big bottle. It'll last a long time.
That's right. It was a pretty big bottle. It said something like you can get like 200 or 300 washings, washing your hand with it. But, it was a great little bottle of soap, and again, that powdered material, so kind of brought back memories. And handy to have. So whether you're camping or using it home, so Pine Right All Natural Soap. Check it out on Amazon.
Perfect. I love finding amazing new finds on Amazon. I love that. So leave us a message over on our website at www.privatelabeluniversity.com. When you get there, you're going to see a tab on the very top. Leave us a message. You just have to click it and tell us your finds on Amazon. We love to share them with our audience. So we've talked about the amazing phenomenon of Amazon and the idea of Amazon actually opening up stores. And I hear that it's true that Amazon intends to open up stores, to open up bookstores, actually. However, it's unclear how many stores they're actually going to be opening. But I also heard that there's a buzz that Amazon may be popping up in strip malls or shopping malls. So is this going to help the retailer? Or is this going to hurt the retailer?
I think that's a great topic of the day to see about, the what's going to happen with the infrastructure if Amazon is opening up in strip malls and in plazas and just become like a regular store to shop at, because right now, of course, it's an online retailer. And as we talked about, it's the largest retailer in the world. But, you have to look at, I think, the positive benefits and, how it creates jobs. And, we talk about if they're going to be opening up in strip malls, well, there's a lot of vacancies, a lot of malls these days where stores have closed down. And again, the job opportunities. We've talked about how with the success of Amazon, all the jobs that have been created. And we say that, it's an amazing thing that Jeff Bezos, when he created Amazon, building these warehouses and these facilities to accommodate all the sales on Amazon.
And the jobs that he's creating are creating other jobs outside of that as well.
That's right. So anyone who sells a product or creates a product, of course, in turn is
hiring other people to help them.
That's right. Create their product or package their product, or designers for products, or students who come out of school. Sometimes they go to work with people who are entrepreneurs who are developing products, and so really is the creation of more jobs. So with there's a lot of areas. Think of the places like in Michigan, like Detroit, where they have blocks and blocks, city blocks, where there used to be strip malls and used to be malls and housing developments that are just desolate. Now it's a ghost town. There's nobody there. And a lot of the states are looking to bring back business into those places, so they're giving incentives for companies to open there.
Absolutely, and it'll bring people. I mean, you think about it, if an Amazon opened in an area where you used to shop, it's going to bring people over there. I mean, I think about, us being from Canada. You remember IKEA, growing up with IKEA? I mean, it wasn't here when we moved here to the States. And now when IKEA opened, I mean, I remember all the hype about IKEA opening and going at opening day, and there'd be lineups just to get in there. People would just be attracted to go over there. So
right.
Just think if Amazon opened, how many more people would be going out to check in and out?
Right. And I guess it's the sheer, curiosity of people shopping. If they're shopping online and now there's going to be opening a store that says Amazon, the curiosity of just seeing, what it's going to be like. Is it going to be
because it's a household name, it's a brand, everyone knows Amazon.
Right, and building up that brand, which they've done. Now that if it goes into the retail side, the brick and mortar, people are going to be interested. So again, going back to where creating jobs, places like Louisiana and Florida, where again a lot of areas are underdeveloped and business has left there. A lot of these states are giving incentives to move back in, and of course Jeff Bezos, the creative Amazon, is looking at those great opportunities for opening up in those cities. And I think it's a great thing if you can start building up areas that have now run down or a lot of rubble sitting around and empty cars. Now they're actually bringing people to those areas. So whereas now people living in some of those areas have to travel miles or to the next town to see, Home Depot or get to Walmart, now they're going to have access because if an Amazon store opens, of course, they have access to almost any product.
Absolutely, which is great.
So it's a great thing. I think, again,
helping the economy.
Helping the economy,
about.
Creating jobs. I think it's a positive thing. And again,
I mean, even helping the developers who are going to be developing, creating jobs there. They're going to be developing Amazon, right? A lot of people to build a store.
All the developers and all the vacancies. You see that in strip malls and plazas. Those developers and those agents who own the land or property owners. Now there's an opportunity to have people come in there and rent that space and bring business back to those malls. And that's a really good thing. So I think it helps the economy. I think it helps create jobs. I think it helps, developers and real estate owners and, even people. Let's say there was a guy who had a plumbing business or an HVAC business, and now the strip malls that he serviced are out of business.
He has a new opportunity.
Exactly. So, and I know Amazon has a tendency to actually look for people around who have businesses that can support these warehouses and these service centers. So I think it's a good thing. I think it really helps the economy. And when you mention IKEA, look at when they opened IKEA in Denver. They were lined up along the...
Even cars were lined up.
That's right, just to get into the entrance because people just wanted to see what it was like. And, again, the experience of going to that store, they've heard about it maybe in Europe or in Canada, but, again, it was the idea of going there and seeing what it was like. And, I haven't been to an IKEA in years, but from what I'm told, they're the same everywhere. I haven't been to the one here in Colorado, but... again,
we've had enough of it growing up, I think.
You see that big sign, but again, it's the branding. People recognize the brand. So if there was a big sign that said Amazon store, I think, again, the sheer curiosity would bring people to there and again, creating business. And I think that's a great thing. It's all about creating jobs, helping the economy, and that's important.
So actually, let's take a quick break here, but we will be back as we continue to share with you the biggest entrepreneurial opportunity on the internet. We are Karen and Neil Gortzman with the Private Label University at 710 KNUS.
News Talk 710 KNUS. Hi, it's Peter Boyles here for Geico Littleton, serving the Denver and surrounding areas. Look, it's been about a year since we first met Geico agent Sandy Perkins. I'm sure glad we did. She's watching out for you. Many generations have put their trust into Geico. You should as well. So when you work with Sandy and her family, that team of experts, they make insurance simple and can save you money. And who doesn't like that? So why would you want to pay more if you didn't have to? Life gets busy, so let Geico Littleton give you more than just great rates on auto insurance. Maybe you need homeowners as well, motorcycle insurance, or maybe you need what's called an umbrella policy. Covers everything. Geico Littleton can help you with identity protection for as little as $7.99 a month. $7.99 a month. Make sure your identity stays yours and stays yours alone. Sandy's located on the corner of Broadway and Mineral in Littleton. Easy to find. Thank you, Geico. Or phone number 303-730-2426.
Guys, everybody knows good things come in sets of 3. What does that have to do with anything? Well, get this. March is the 3rd month of the year. It also happens to be our friends over at Harry's 3-year anniversary as a business. If you're new to Harry's, I've got a special deal for you. This is a terrific product. German-engineered 5-blade cartridges. It's a close, comfortable shave. There's no cuts or burn. Full refund if you're not happy. Factory direct prices. There's no middleman. Ships right to your door. They sell their blades at half the price of leading brands. So why pay $32 for an 8-pack of blades when you can get them for half the price at Harry's.com? The Harry Starter Set is an amazing deal. For just $15, you get a razor, moisturizing shave cream, and 3 razor blades. Plus, Harry's will give you $5 off that order, the first order, with the promo code Prager. Go to Harry's.com right now. That's HARRYS.com. Enter code Prager at the checkout. Harry's.com.
We now return to the Private Label University with your hosts, Karen and Neil Gordsman on News Talk 710 KNUS.
For those of you who are just joining us, we are Karen and Neil Gordsman, and you are listening to the Private Label University on 710 KNUS, where we unlock the secrets each week to your online selling success. So visit us over at www.privatelabeluniversity.com, where we offer a ton of free content and where you will find our 8-week Import Success Formula program, the program to sourcing and importing products so you too can start selling products on Amazon or online and start making the money that everyone is talking about. And while you're over there on our website, leave us a message or a question and we will answer it on the show. So we were just talking about Amazon and its plans on branching into the brick and mortar stores. So we talked about the positive. However, I really think it's really going to hurt retailers. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, it's an interesting topic that you brought up because there are a lot of course, benefits, as we talked about, bringing jobs and creating jobs and a lot of more opportunities for people to be in the workforce. But I guess the negative side is, yeah, how is it going to affect brick and mortar retailers? Are they going to be worried when they move into a strip mall? Or are they going to be concerned that they'll be able to compete? Because, again, Amazon being the largest retailer in the world, they don't want, they may not have the same buying power.
And I think they are concerned. I mean, I hear it all the time. They are concerned that they're competing with Amazon. And a lot of them, because they're competing, are actually going on Amazon just to stay in the game. Right. Yeah. And, you see articles all the time where retailers are, being hurt by online sales, where they say sales are down because not enough people are going out to the malls and going to the stores, that they're just ordering products from the, the comfort of their home. But again, that's what's, happening to the world. This is the ever-ending change of mankind, where now everything's becoming automated and more secure and easier to perform. So if you want to buy something, you open up your computer, you turn on your phone, you go to your iPad, and the convenience. It's that convenience that I think people really search for. So you have to look at, are retailers going to be savvy enough to change with what's happening? And I think a lot of them are seeing the writing on the wall and are getting prepared for it. But other ones, maybe sitting back and said, I've been doing business the same way for 50 years, I can't change. But, and
again,
I think people still want that personal experience of going into the store and being able to feel and touch and talk.
Yeah,
that interaction.
I think that's important. And, talking about the legal side of it, they can't just open up anywhere. So, there's non-compete clauses when they have to open up in a strip plaza or a mall. So,
And that's important because I was wondering about that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see a Target and a Walmart side by side.
Right. And I think, it depends, of course, on the contracts that are going to be written. So if when Home Depot moves into a strip mall and there happens to be a mom and pop, convenience store or hardware store, there's rules and regulations, there's contracts that they have to follow. But again, you look at the person who, if he's had an anchor store empty for 15 years and he wants to fill it because that's a lot of income that he's losing with just being empty, he's going to look at the opportunity of having that major store there, that anchor store. But again, like you mentioned, the personal when you go to a store, the experience.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid going to a hardware store, and there was a True Value Hardware, and I loved going in mainly because of the smell. It just smelled so good when you walked in there.
Like candy?
No, it just had that earthy pine smell. And
You like that fine smell.
I like that. And the wood floors, it was creaky wood floors, and it was like chock full of, there was all these little drawers.
It's the experience.
And the people who worked there had been there, it looked like, for 100 years. It was family owned, and they gave you that personal attention. Every time I came in, they'd give me a little wooden ruler that to promote their store. And I just love that because I'm getting a little prize going with my dad. He was picking up some type of building equipment or something. And it was just a nice experience. Whereas now if I looked at it, if I was dragging my kids into a Home Depot, they're like, oh, Dad, do we have to go in here? And, you have to go through multiple aisles and hope that you're going to find someone that can help you. And sometimes you're searching for someone to help you. And you figured a store this size, there must be enough staff to accommodate everyone. And half the time I'm looking for someone, or I'm yelling down the aisles, hey, is there someone here? And, my kids get frustrated. They want to leave. And then when you do find someone who works there, sometimes they make you feel stupid. It's like, really? You don't know the difference between a sledgehammer and a jackhammer and a ball peen hammer? And,
So are you saying then the mom and pop shops don't have to worry because they still need it? They really are.
Yeah, I think ones that are very unique and service an area, people are still going to go there. If you're comfortable always shopping there.
Even if they sell on Amazon, they're still going to go to the stores. They want that personal experience.
I think so.
Otherwise, people aren't going to be leaving their homes.
Right. It's like Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware are smaller stores, but you're always getting that personal experience, and there's always someone there who's an expert finding that specific nail or washer, and they take you right to it, and they help you get it, and you walk to the cash. If I have to walk around for 15, 20 minutes at a Home Depot or Lowe's looking for something, and then once I find it, I have a few questions and I can't find anyone, I'm discouraged.
And the same thing online. Even on Amazon, you're looking for something. It could take a while to find it, and then you may not even have the information. You have to send an email.
Right.
And then wait for the response, where
Right.
you could just go into the store and get it immediately done.
So for the small mom and pop, I think they still have a place for us. I think they'll always still attract. Again, if it's something, even like a drugstore, your corner drugstores, now you have all the large, the Walgreens and CVS and IDA and all these different drugs. And even the shopping, for example, King Soopers and all the supermarkets, they all have pharmacies. But I like to go to my local pharmacy where I know the pharmacist. He knows my family. I can ask them questions. It's just
And
that
also, you
comfort
can't
feel.
order, at least not yet, a prescription.
Right.
At least not yet.
At least not yet. Yeah, and that's something, again, so with the retailer, is it hurting them? I think they're just going to have to be prepared when that time comes.
Think outside of the box. I mean, join them. Join Amazon, but yet still enjoy the personal experience of going into the mom and pop stores.
Right. It's even with food products. We talked about how Amazon has got involved with delivery or websites for ordering food, non-perishable food. And, I don't know how many people are going to buy apples online. Is that something that...
I don't think so. I personally like to touch my food if I'm buying it, especially, vegetables and fruit. If I ordered online an apple and it came bruised, I think I'd be upset. I wouldn't like that.
Right. For
It's
me...
different if it's a box, like I'm ordering a box. I order things,
cereal.
Yeah, or canned, or, I order the dog food can. But if it's something that is perishable that I need to see and look at color and touch and smell, I would not buy it online.
Right, and I agree with that. If it's boxes of, cereals or cans of sardines or salmon or, any canned goods, I have no problem ordering it online. To me, that's easy. If I go through, I eat a lot of tuna. So to go online, order the tuna on
You do
Amazon
eat a lot of tuna.
and get it delivered, that's convenient. Whereas opposed to if I have to, drive to the supermarket and park, and it could be raining or snowing, and stand in line, and it's
And
busy and
especially
it's late.
expiry dates. I like to look at the expiry date. So I'm not going to be ordering, I think, yogurt on Amazon. Do you know what I mean?
I agree. And again, like you mentioned, the experience, you go to a Whole Foods and, you see those pyramids of fruit built up, and it's, you want to touch it, you want to squeeze it, you want to see it, you want to smell it, the display, how they have it laid out, especially meat. Who's going to buy meat online or fish online? Maybe, maybe not.
And
but
you want
I
to
think,
look at it. You want to make sure it's not green.
right. You want to see what you're buying. So for that fact, I think that, your local butchers aren't going to be affected. Small
The grocery stores,
Yeah,
Whole
but-
Foods.
But
no.
look, the small supermarkets. Years ago, when you had a lot of your corner store supermarkets servicing the community, now with all the large supermarkets, and even look at Walmart and Target, they all have food now. You don't have to just go to, King Soopers or Safeway, Albertsons. You can go to any of the large department stores, and they have a food section.
Right.
So is that, it's everyone who has to be concerned. So when you drive down the street, look on Hampton, you have all these different, a massive Walmart, a large super Target, Whole Foods, King Soopers, all these places that you can buy food. So it's competition, but they've all used different ways of branding, how to appeal to the consumer. And I think, that's a key. When we teach our courses, we teach people how to brand a product. And when you're looking at a product, how to choose that product that's going to be effective for making sales and making money. And so when you decide to choose that product and go to Amazon, we teach in our courses how to choose the right product so you can be successful and not worry about competition.
And that's the key, choosing the right product, learning how to source that product. It's
Right.
all about the product. Because
Yeah.
if you don't have a product, you're making no money.
Right. You can't sell anything without any product. And choosing that product and making sure your product is going to work is key. And again, in our courses, we teach students all the time how to choose that best product so they can make money. We all want to have an added income, and it's a great thing to learn how to brand something. So maybe you see something out there that you said, well, I can make something better, or I can create something better, but you don't know how to brand it properly. And people live off of brands. They recognize, we talk about Kleenex. Kleenex is a tissue. So it was branded as Kleenex. But if you came out with a better tissue with a better name that you convinced everyone was the greatest tissue around, you just created a brand. So in our courses, we teach people the proper steps, the simple steps of finding and choosing a product and then developing a brand for yourself so you can make money.
And this is what we've done with the chain stores.
That's right.
We've created products, private label products, branding, helping with branding of private label products for the big stores.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what we've taught chain stores over 35 years and independent stores around the world, we now teach everyone from moms and pops and nurses and librarians and mechanics that you too can have that extra income coming in from choosing a product, branding it, and selling it on Amazon or other e-commerce sites, but especially Amazon. It's a perfect opportunity for everyone these days to make extra income. And I think taking the simple steps, when we take you through these steps, it's easy to understand. It's not some, complex where you're going through all types of manuals and books. We teach you step by step, the baby steps that you need so you can learn how to choose products, source the products, and import the products, and then
Put your name on it.
right, use the skills that we teach you to private brand your product. Because how great would it be if you walked into let's say when they do roll out the Amazon stores, and you take your kids and you say, hey, we're going to go to visit the Amazon store, and you see your product in those stores.
Amazing. That's
an
gotta
amazing
feel
feel.
amazing.
I remember the first time I walked in and I saw my product in Walmart, and I went, wow, that's great. And my kids were so excited. Look at Dad's product is on the shelves of Walmart. So it's a great thing. It's very empowering. And when you're creating products that the world is open to buy, and again, you have millions of customers waiting to buy your product on Amazon, and we teach you the proper steps, the simple steps that you'll need to start making money while you sleep.
Absolutely. Or you see people using your product. You just happen to be somewhere and you see someone using your product.
Oh yeah, I remember going to the zoo and seeing a little boy, a family playing with the product that I created, and I thought, wow! And my
Amazing
kids are
feeling.
like, see, everyone loves your products. And that's a great thing. Or if you go into an office and someone has your products and they're using it, or people talking about it, the buzz of someone using your product and excited that, hey, you have a product out there, and how did you get that product? And you said, well, I took a course, and this course helped me implement everything I need to know to start making money. So I went to the Private Label University. I learned the proper steps. Karen and Neil showed me what I need to do. It wasn't complicated. And now I'm making income while I sleep. I'm making money all the time, and I don't have to quit my other job.
And it's easy. Just go to the website, www.privatelabeluniversity.com. All the information's there. We even have free courses there. Go look, have a look. It's a 5-day fast-track boot camp. It's a great, great opportunity to get the information. Yeah. And for free.
And for free. And that's the key. When people look at the simple steps in our program, they say, really, I could be doing this? I could be making money all the time, even when I'm sleeping. I could be at work and still making all this extra income. It is possible. So, we encourage you, go to our site.
So we need to take a quick break here, but we'll be right back. We are Karen and Neil Gorsman with the Private Label University on 710 KNUS.
ABC News, I'm Joan Bennett. Havana, Cuba, getting ready for the Obama family, arriving later today for an historic visit. ABC's Alex Stone in Havana.
During the president's visit, he will meet several times with Cuban President Raul Castro. Not on the list of meetings here, Fidel Castro. The White House saying that won't happen publicly or privately. President Obama will give a speech to the Cuban people. He'll attend a baseball game between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Cuban national team, and he will meet with Cuban dissidents who have spoken out against the Cuban government.
The voice and data recorders from the Dubai airliner that crashed and burned in southern Russia yesterday are said to be badly damaged. It's not known how much information they'll yield about the crash that killed 62 people. The Fly Dubai plane was making a second landing attempt in high winds. Anti-Trump Republicans are said to have devised a 100-day strategy to block Donald Trump from getting the party's nomination. The next nominating contests are Tuesday in Arizona, Utah, and Idaho. This is ABC News.
KNUS News Talk 710.
If you want to lose weight starting right now, boy, have I got a special free deal for you. I'm Carl Deichler, the CEO of Beachbody. You've probably seen our DVDs on TV like P90X, Insanity, and 21 Day Fix. And we just launched a beta trial of our new digital video platform, Beachbody On Demand. Now you can stream our library of fitness programs right on your computer, tablet, smartphone, even your web-enabled TV for free. And now I'm inviting you to use it for free for 30 days. Go for it and lose as much weight as possible without paying a dime. All I ask is for your feedback so we can make it the best weight loss site ever created. Just text the word BOD to 313131 and you can do 30 days of P90X, Insanity, actually over 400 different workouts for free. Just text BOD to 313131 and get started for free right now. Text BOD to 313131.
Message and data rates may apply. Membership fees apply after 30-day trial. Cancel anytime.
Wondering what's next on Wall Street? Maybe it's time to take a different approach to investing with Brad Jenkins of Jenkins Wealth.
So even when the markets do get volatile, because of our strategy, I help to take the guesswork out of it. So I'm never sitting there going, what should we do? What do you think? There's no thinking or feeling. It's a methodical, non-emotional approach.
Join us Sunday afternoons at 1 o'clock for the Brad Jenkins Show, making sense of making money on 710 KNUS.
This is Dennis Prager. When you're looking for care for a loved one in order to remain independent by living at home, Visiting Angels is ready to serve. Visiting Angels franchises provide the compassionate professional caregivers needed to deliver the best home care available, and you may select your caregiver before service begins. Services include bathing, dressing, errands, light housekeeping, and meal preparation, and more up to 24 hours each day. With over 500 franchised offices nationwide, Visiting Angels is America's choice in senior home care. Employment opportunities and caregiving for Visiting Angels are available. You'll receive the support needed to fulfill your goal of achieving a caring career. Franchise opportunities are also available. Call today, 877-374-LIVE. or online visiting angels.com. That's 877-374-LIVE. Visiting Angels, 877-374-LIVE. Each office independently owned and operated.
Yeah, new car shopping?
Oh, great. There's a nice day wasted. I'd rather take a hit with a ball-peen hammer between the eyes than drive all over town.
Well, it's what one does when one car shops. I thought you liked shopping.
Shopping, not driving. Hey, speaking of, how about we go to the mall instead?
What? And this day had so much potential.
ColoradoAutomall.com. Local dealers with local inventory online. A virtual click away.
I'm ready to click and shop. Boot me up.
ColoradoAutomall.com.
Private Label University with your hosts, Karen and Neil Gortzman on News Talk 710 KNUS.
So welcome back. You are listening to Karen and Neil Gortzman, the Private Label University on 710 KNUS, where we unlock the secrets each week to your online selling success. Visit us over at www.privatelabeluniversity.com, where we offer a ton of free content and where you will find our 8-week Import Success Formula program. The formula to sourcing and importing products so you too can start selling products on Amazon or online and start making the money that everyone is talking about. And while you're over there on our website, leave us a message or a question and we'll answer it on the show. So I'm really excited right now because I heard that Amazon is thinking of getting involved in the restaurant business. And I love restaurants. I love takeout. So Neil, is this true?
Well, it's nice that you get excited. You're getting excited about restaurants.
I am. You know, I love to eat.
You love to eat. So this is a good thing. Yes. So the buzz is right now that they're going to get involved with restaurants, but not restaurants per se as an Amazon restaurant. I don't think they're going to have, drive-through Amazon burgers or,
that
get
would
your
be kind of cool. I
get
like
your
that.
Amazon shake. But
I think I would buy that.
Just to see the experience, right?
Just for the experience.
It's going to be real fast. You order, you drive through, they throw the burger at you.
Instead of 2-day service, it's 2 minutes,
Right.
2 seconds.
So, well, actually, that brings up, in Canada, we used the first, I guess, major pizza chain called Pizza Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Their big thing was, we're going to deliver to you in 30 minutes or
That's
it's free.
right.
And everyone used to be online. And I remember I had some friends working at the local Pizza, and they'd have to get those pizzas ready so fast because that driver had to be there in 30 minutes
or
or
it's
free.
free. That's right. I remember that.
And I think
Love
they were
that.
the first nationwide who started that, maybe in North America.
Is there a Pizza here?
There's no Pizza here.
No.
And it's still very strong in Canada, but it was all, they don't offer the 30 minutes of free anymore.
No, I know. Because now I think Toronto's just too big and there's way too much traffic.
But again, it's the convenience. It's that customer service. It's people wanting things, quickly. You want that customer service. You want your food. Again, look at the age of computers and phones and technology where everything you need it faster and faster and faster. So what they're thinking of is, and they've rolled out this survey and a test in the UK where they're going to kind of connect with the higher end restaurants, the restaurants that are geared more to sitting down, the experience, and waiting a little longer as opposed to just the McDonald's or Subway or places like that. But
So a delivery service. They're going to go to these restaurants that I ordered something from and they pick it up and bring it to me?
Correct.
Ah.
So, let's say a restaurant locally. Think of some of the better restaurants, the Shanahans,
Like
the
Morton's,
the Del Frescos, the steak places per se, or McCormick's and Schmidt's. I think that's it for fish. Some of the higher end stores. If you could order that same meal and have the same quality and everything hot and ready delivered to your door, if it's raining or let's say it's a snowstorm,
exactly.
right? It's
or
one
it's New Year's and it's always snowing, or Christmas it's snowing and you just want to bring everyone over to
you
your
have
house
some
and
friends
you don't
over.
want to be cooking.
Right. Think of it,
Convenient.
Some of the better restaurants, there's valet parking, or you have to find if it's full, you're waiting, and then you go in and then you're waiting again, and then they send you over to the bar. And I'm not a big drinker, so if I'm holding one cocktail, I have to keep waiting and waiting for your table, and of course they know they want you to drink more.
And you don't even drink.
And I don't even drink that much. So to me, it's I just want to get down and sit and have my food. And again, the experience of, the warm rolls are going to come out, and it's always the same type of bread that they're going to bring, whether it be a sourdough or some type of specialty
You're
bread.
getting very excited at this.
I'm getting hungry.
I'm getting a little, you're giving me a hint that I'm not cooking these elegant meals often.
Well, I'm looking forward to these Amazon delivery
So
services.
now it's wonderful because I can just then call the Amazon service to deliver them to you.
So you don't have
in
to
the
cook anymore.
doghouse.
Right.
Exactly.
So I think it's, the nice thing is, and sometimes you go to these restaurants and maybe, the waiters are always supposed to be at, the top level, really treating you like the best customer. And sometimes maybe he's a little bit salty or surly or has had a bad day. And, if I'm coming into a nice restaurant and it's a little bit of a more expensive meal, I really wanted to be serviced and pampered.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had a bad experience, but I still love the restaurants, I may think, well, I don't really want to go back because I didn't love the service last time.
The food
but I
was
want the
good.
food. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if I could get that food delivered, and I've had some friends over and people are visiting, and again, we don't want to go to the restaurant. We can order in, comfort my own home, enjoying a beer, a cocktail, or some wine in my own home. I think that's the experience. We just went to a restaurant in Cherry Creek. The first time it's called Hillstone.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a new restaurant,
Not
but
new. 5
it's been
years,
around.
I think, yep.
And I really liked it. And the great thing was our server, her name was Jennifer, and she was fantastic. She had a lot of questions. The service was great. And if I could call up, ask for her, get that same meal delivered, and just enjoy it with my kids and my family and everyone else,
You'd be all game.
I would be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I would be happy.
So I have a question because really this is not a new concept. I mean, there's the delivery service Grubhub that is, local here, and they do the same thing. They go to a restaurant, you order it. Actually, they have restaurants that are associated with them. You go in, you pick what you want, and they go and pick it up for you and deliver it to you. So really, this is not new. There's nothing innovated about this.
No, but I think that's where Jeff Bezos really, again, he looks for industries that he can enter that are going to be successful. He can put up the same platform of how he runs Amazon now, which is extremely successful. And again, he's gone into, look at Zappos for shoes, diapers.com. There's all kinds of sites that are very successful because he sees a need, something he could fill that maybe they're not servicing. And he's all based on service.
And then again, brand too. So would you be buying, going through the, Grubhub, or would you be going through Amazon? Who do you want delivering it?
Right. And Grubhub is typically for more of the basic restaurants. Again, it's great. A lot of local restaurants.
So not the high end. So Amazon's really focusing high end restaurants.
I think that's their intentions. And of course, as people see, as restaurant owners see that it's so successful, they're going to want to sign up because right now, I think with Grubhub, they have to sign on to Grubhub as a restaurant. And I think Amazon, people are going to see again, it's that comfort zone. It's that feeling that when you go to Amazon, you buy something, you have that great experience. It gets delivered to you quickly. You're happy. It wouldn't be anything less for food. So, it's...
So do you think restaurants are going to be signing up the same way?
I think so. I think so. And I think if he caters to some of the higher end places, that'll just, greater the experience. And I think it promotes the restaurant. So people who can't maybe get to that restaurant, or maybe they have, little kids or babies and they don't want to take them into the restaurant because they feel it's not child friendly. Well, again, I think every restaurant, of course, should be child friendly. I think that's what a restaurant is for, but they aren't all like that. And I think if you can get that food and just feel comfortable, if your kid wants to scream and throw around the steak pieces or
you can do it in the comfort of your own home.
In the comfort of your own house, exactly. So I think that's the key. Again, it's based on service, and Amazon has built up that appeal of getting that exceptional service.
And are they going to be faster? Because when we try to go onto Grubhub, it was a little bit of a wait to get that meal. I could have probably gone to the restaurant a little faster.
And I think that was a key. When I'm looking at 2-hour wait to get my meal, well, I might as well just cook my meal. So if Amazon does have some special formula to get it to you faster.
And hopefully not a 2-day service.
And we don't want to be waiting for that baked potato for 2 days.
Order in advance.
Right. So I think that's a great thing that he's doing. If it's going to work, nobody knows. But right now, all the platforms that he has set up is working great. So whether it be, again, for diapers or dog food or, again, just Amazon or shoes, they're all successful. And then, again, that's what we talk about in our program.
It's finding that opportunity and jumping in. And that's exactly what he does. He finds the opportunity.
Right.
And he jumps in.
And he's no different from anyone else. He's looking at great opportunities. And I think that the nice thing is he's opening that concept to other people that they can jump into that opportunity. he's already built the platform to sell products. Now he's saying, hey, you can sell products to me, and I'm going to sell them for you. And the same thing in the service industry. So with food, if there's restaurants that saying, hey, we want to get our brand more out there. We want people to try a Shanahan steak or a Del Fresco steak or a Morton steak or any of the steak places.
Great way to advertise.
It's a great way to advertise. And maybe it's going to be smaller cuts, maybe a little more affordable. But I think it's a great concept. I think it can work.
And opening up an opportunity to be in front of an audience, an Amazon audience, because people follow Amazon.
Right. Right. And as they see that, if there's all kinds of links to, hey, while you're shopping for these things, go to our link because maybe you're hungry. And then someone's sitting back saying, hey, I'm making $10,000 a week selling products on Amazon. I took the course. This is a great opportunity.
So let's take a quick break here, but we will be right back as we continue to share with you the biggest entrepreneurial opportunity on the internet. We are Karen and Neil Gortzman with the Private Label University at 710 KNUS.
KNUS. News Talk 710.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
Do you have a family? Would you like to help make sure they'll be taken care of if anything were to happen to you? If you answered yes, you probably need life insurance. Now, do you think life insurance is expensive? If you answered yes to that too, you definitely need to give AIG Direct a call. We could find you a $250,000 policy for just $14 a month, which means you could save hundreds of dollars a year. Call us now for a free, no-obligation quote. 1-800-941-5788. Since 1995, we've helped millions of people find out if they could save up to 70% on their term life insurance. See how affordably we can help you protect your family. Call AIG Direct now for your free quote. 1-800-941-5788. You could save up to 70%. That's 1-800-941-5788. 1-800-941-5788.
Your company is only as good as the people you hire. Posting jobs in one place isn't enough to find the great people you need, but who has time to post to dozens of job sites? ZipRecruiter is the solution. You can post to 100-plus job sites with one single click. Be instantly matched to candidates from over 6 million resumes. You'll watch brand new candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface within 24 hours. ZipRecruiter has been used by over 400,000 businesses. Scott, a senior vice president in Los Angeles, had this to say: before ZipRecruiter, I'd post to several places, get 1 million resumes, but only a few responses from qualified candidates. It was torture. But with ZipRecruiter, we post once and get qualified candidates in one easy-to-review place. We've hired some of our best employees using ZipRecruiter. Today, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/America. That's ZipRecruiter.com/America.
We now return to the Private Label University with your hosts, Karen and Neil Gortzman on News Talk 710 KNUS.
So welcome back from the break. You are listening to Karen and Neil Gortzman, the Private Label University at 710 KNUS, where we unlock the secrets each week to your online selling success. Visit us over at www.privatelabeluniversity.com, where we offer a ton of free content and where you will find our 8-week Import Success Formula program, the program that will give you the step-by-step process to sourcing and importing and private labeling a product so you can start selling on Amazon or online and start making the money that you're supposed to be making. So we just talked about Amazon and how they're really dabbling in everything from opening up retail stores to restaurant delivery service to now I hear they're creating their own clothing line. Really? Is this true or is this a rumor?
This is true. Actually, they do have a few items out there now that are under their brand of Amazon. They're mainly women's clotheslines.
They have women's clotheslines under the brand of Amazon?
Well, I don't think they're actually calling it Amazon underwear or T-shirts or dresses, but of course, Jeff Bezos, creator of Amazon, is all about creating a brand and creating a demand for that brand. So I think the idea is they may possibly launch clothes under the Amazon name, but having lines branded under the umbrella, he feels is going to fill a huge gap. If they have, think about shoes. So they have Zappos.
Yeah.
So they own Zappos. They thought Zappos is doing a great job selling shoes, name brand shoes. Well, it's nothing to really private brand a pair of sneakers. There's lots of generic brands of sneakers, so there could be an Amazon pair of shoes coming out on Zappos. We don't know yet, but I wouldn't be surprised. And I think they feel consumers are going to be confident. So again, the whole idea of when you go to Amazon, that comfort feeling of buying something, if it doesn't work, you send it back. If you're happy with it, you give a good review.
Like Zappos.
Like Zappos, exactly. And I think if they build up that demand more and more with a branding of Amazon, they can pretty well do it to anything, you know, a pair of shorts or a t-shirt, something that's just pretty generic.
Jeans.
Why not? Exactly. So, you know, even they've looked at going to, which many companies do, so whether it be, again, Kleenex, had a tissue maker make the brand of Kleenex. So you think of generic stores like, for example, Gap or Old Navy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just pretty common clothes in there. It's nothing special. They're not high quality. They're affordable. They're pretty cookie cutter stores. Wherever you go into any of the Gap or Old Navy, they're pretty well much the same, the layout. But people are comfortable getting a decent brand, or whether it be low end. Again, it's low cost. And
I guess I just don't look at Amazon as I'm going to go in there and buy a pair of jeans with the little tag on my butt saying Amazon. You know what I mean? Like I could see maybe wearing a pair of Levi's with the red tag saying Levi's, or even the Gap, but you know, I don't know. I don't think I don't look at Amazon like, oh, I'm going to go there and buy jeans that.
But they're pretty savvy. I think they're going to look to, for example, Levi's. So Levi's is a worldwide known manufacturer of jeans, and it's very easy because they're a manufacturer. Amazon, Jeff Bezos can speak to the people at Levi's and saying, I want you to make this exact same great quality of jeans that you produce, but instead of the little tag saying Levi's, maybe the tag will be
yellow saying Amazon. I don't know.
I was going to say Amazon.
It's not, personally, I'm about the name.
Right, but it's that brand that's going to be offered on his site. So if it happens to be a name that he's building up, a brand name for those style of jeans, people are going to get accustomed. And so if it happens to be the Amazon pair of jeans, you know, someone loves it. They go, wow, it feels just like Levi's. It looks like Levi's, but it was 30% lower in cost. I'm going to buy them, and they're going to be happy.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think, you know,
I personally like the name brands, but
I think it's all
gives
about
option.
Yeah, it's building up that brand. And again, in our courses, we teach about at the Private Label University about branding. So if you, for example, walk into Nordstrom's, right? Nordstrom's is a high-end store. People like walking in there for the experience and the quality, and the brands that they offer are usually more expensive, higher price. But, you know, the service as well. It's a service experience. And so, you know, all of a sudden, let's say you walked in and there was Amazon brand of clothes. Would you buy them?
I'm a brand name girl, so not one of the brand names I would buy probably.
But do you like shopping at Nordstrom?
I do,
You like
and
the
I
experience?
would. Yes, of course. And I guess if I would go over there to look. Would I be buying everything there? Probably not. And it depends. It depends what the product was, I guess. But I don't look at Amazon as my clothing go-to,
right?
Or
but
my
again,
shoe go-to.
Well, so you wouldn't shop at, let's say, so you don't shop at Payless Shoes. You like to buy shoes at, let's say, Nordstrom.
Mm-hmm.
But if you found a good quality pair of shoes that looked designerish and were less expensive, would you buy them?
I personally, I'm a Jimmy Choo girl.
So for those men listening, Jimmy Choo is not some fast food restaurants or is any takeout. It is a popular women's brand of shoe, and I think it is offered at Nordstrom's.
Yes.
But if
to answer your question, no, I would, you know, unless Amazon. I mean, if Amazon's making the exact same shoe, and they're making it from Jimmy Choo and they're branding it with Amazon on it, I still would not buy it. I want the words Jimmy Choo on the bottom of my shoe.
So better his name than my name on the bottom of your shoe.
Exactly.
So if that name was, so you bought a pair of Jimmy Choo shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and then it came in an Amazon box and it said manufactured by Jimmy Choo, designed by Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
would you discourage you from buying them?
What's on the bottom of my shoe? Does it say Amazon or does it say Jimmy Choo? The box, I don't care about. I'm not wearing the box. But if it said Amazon on the bottom of my shoe, I still would go for those Jimmy Choos.
It has to have that Jimmy Choo stamp
I'm about
of approval.
the name. I'm about the brand. I'm sorry, I'm about the brand. And now you're finding out all these secrets about me. Don't go into the closet. Don't look at my shoes.
I'm going to scratch it and put my name under there.
Seriously. And then I'll be stepping on you.
Right. So here's about branding. People look for, you said
name brand.
Name brand. So that's what Amazon is building with their online presence, is
and
a
that's
brand
what we teach
and
our
service.
clients.
Exactly.
To build a brand.
Right.
Like Jimmy Choo.
You know, for example, I was in Park Meadows Mall, and I was asking shoppers. So I actually stood close to the Apple store, and it's always busy in there. And, you know, people go there for the Apple products. And I said to someone, if another store opened, you know, 2 doors down and it was called let's say the Pear Store,
Mhm.
and the computers were $300 or $400 less, would you buy one as opposed to buying your Apple? What do you think most of them said?
No.
Exactly.
They would buy Apple
Right.
because it comes with that credibility.
It comes with that experience.
That
It comes
social
with that
proof.
brand. Exactly. People walk in, they know what they want. They know that Apple, as you said, social proof. They prove that they have a good product, that it's reliable.
Now, maybe if they start building the Pear brand and it's been around and getting great reviews, just like Amazon teaches, shows you, you have great reviews. It's social proof. Then later, if you ask me that in a few years after, then maybe I would change my mind.
Right, and that's the wonderful thing. Again, when we teach our program, as people private labeling a product and putting it on Amazon, you build up your own reviews and testimonies.
Your own social proof, so people know that they're coming back and getting the same thing every single time.
Exactly. And so once you build that brand and people know about it, that in turn, attracts them and drives them to buy more of your product on Amazon. Again, in our courses, teaching people to make sure that they're happy with the experience. And everyone that I talk to, they love the experience of shopping on Amazon. So again, in our programs, we teach people how to source, how to import that product, and then further to private label. So you build up a demand for your product, and again, you make lots of money doing it. Because a lot of people, there's entrepreneurs born every single day, and everyone has ideas and products, and they look at products in department stores and they say, hey, I could make something better than that, or I've designed something.
And that's where everything's going right now. Everyone's really going to that private labeling.
Yes.
I mean, it's a lucrative business.
Right. You don't have to have millions of the product to sell it. You could have 10, you could have 20, you could have 100, and make money selling it on Amazon.
And build your demand till you need to be selling thousands.
Exactly. And it's all about building that demand, just like you mentioned with Jimmy Choo shoes. For people, they look for that brand. They look for that name. And if there was anything else similar that was out there that was maybe half the price, they may not buy it because they're looking for that name brand.
Now that you know the secrets, you might be making me buy that.
Instead of flowers for Valentine's Day, you get shoes. But
till you see the price.
Right. But again, the key is building up that demand and letting people know about it. And again, there's millions of people selling products on Amazon. Everyone can sell products. So if you have invented or have an idea or want to start importing a product and you take our classes and learn our formula and those steps for doing it, you can be making lots of money, just like Jimmy Choo.
There's a lot of money to be made there, absolutely. That's why a lot of people are doing it now.
And that's why it's the number one place to start selling a product. And, we love when we see our students making thousands of dollars a month, taking the simple steps just to create a product or sell a product. And they say, well, I didn't have any business experience. I didn't have any sales experience. You don't have to.
I couldn't get into the retail stores because I didn't have, that backing.
Right.
I mean, Amazon, is bringing not only customers to you, but giving you that experience as well.
And once you build up that demand, you then have the retailers calling you and saying, hey, we hear about your product. We hear about the buzz of your product. We'd like to have it in our stores. And how great is that, walking into a department store and seeing your product, just like, I used to take my kids and through some of the department stores, and they'd see the product that I developed. And with Amazon...
And even now you get excited.
Even now I get excited. When I see my product selling on Amazon, it's great. It's a great feeling. And I think everyone should have that feeling, not only of seeing that they're being successful in selling a product, but making money doing it. And in our Import Success Formula, we show you those real simple steps of making money. And that's really important. So it's great knowing that you can make that money while you're sleeping, even for students.
Actually, we have a bunch of questions that I want to jump into because it's going to answer a lot of the things that you're talking about right now. So let's just jump into our question time.
It's question time with your dynamic duo hosts, Karen and Neil Gortzman. What's your billion-dollar question?
Question time.
We love, let me tuck in my cape.
Tuck in the cape, exactly. So we have a question from Jill in Denver. How long should I be spending on finding a product to sell on Amazon? And this is a great question.
It is.
My advice is don't get trapped into what we call that PPS, that perfect product syndrome. It's when you spend way too much time sourcing only to end up with nothing. Actually, you end up with product overwhelm is what you end up with. And this is actually something we really go into great depth about in our 8-week Import Success Formula program. It's so important because if you can track that PPS, that perfect product syndrome, it really can stop you from taking action and actually finding a product to sell.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So hopefully that answers that question, which is great.
That was a great question, Jill.
Yeah, that PPS can really, really hurt your business.
You want to be making money right away, and you want to be able to choose that product, and we help you do that.
Perfect. So we have a question from Rob in Inglewood, and he asks, do I need to go to China to do business with a factory?
Great question, Rob. These days, the world is getting smaller. So, I've been spending over 30 years in Asia, in China, in Taiwan, Korea, Japan, doing business over there. And is there a need to do business with just places in China? Well, of course, for a lot of the best pricing and keeping the pricing low, yes, Asia and of course, China and Taiwan is the best place. Do you have to go there? Well, there's a lot of online sites where you can start looking at products and even ordering products and having them delivered to you from China. And in our program, we teach people the steps to take, what you really have to do to learn how to do that.
And we take people to China.
We do. We arrange trips, or we take groups to China to learn how to do business in China and be successful. So you don't have to. You don't have to, if that answers your question, Rob. Good question.
So we need to wrap up our show right now. We are Karen and Neil Gortzman, the Private Label University, where we unlock the secrets each week to your online selling success. We want you to know that the Private Label University was made for you, for the entrepreneur. So if you're ready to release that entrepreneur in you and spend more time with your loved ones, and you're ready to start making some serious money doing what you love to do, then join us each week here at the Private Label University at 710 KNUS, Sundays at 9 a.m. Mountain Time.
I wanna be a billionaire so freaking bad.
Thank you for joining Karen and Neil Gortzman at 710 KNUS, the Private Label University, the only show that dares to unlock the secrets to your online selling success so you can start making money and living your dreams. Remember to visit us over at www.privatelabeluniversity.com for tons of free content. While you're there, leave us a message and we'll air your comments and questions on the show. Listen to us every Sunday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. The dynamic duo, Karen and Neil, are now signing off.